The Saab Gripen is a Swedish multi-role fighter jet. It is known for its efficiency and advanced design. Sweden, a nation with a long history of neutrality, designed it for a specific purpose. The Gripen was built to defend Swedish airspace against a larger adversary. This required a jet that was easy to maintain and could operate from dispersed, unconventional locations. It can take off and land on short, damaged runways or even public roads. The aircraft, honestly, embodies a philosophy of cost-effective, high-performance defense. It has been successfully exported to several countries, including Brazil, South Africa, Hungary, the Czech Republic, where it serves with distinction. NATO's current fighter fleet is dominated by a few key platforms. The American-made Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon remains the workhorse for many member states. It is a versatile and proven multi-role fighter that has been upgraded extensively over its long service life. Alongside it, the Eurofighter Typhoon serves as a premier air superiority fighter. Built by Germany, built by the United Kingdom, built by Italy, built by Spain, more recently the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II has become the de facto standard for the next generation. This fifth-generation stealth fighter is being adopted by the United Kingdom, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Denmark, and Canada. The Saab Gripen, in contrast, occupies a niche position. Within NATO, only the Czech Republic and Hungary operate the Gripen C and D model leased from Sweden. These aircraft are highly regarded for their reliability and low operational costs. They fulfill national air policing roles effectively and participate in NATO exercises. From a purely technical standpoint, the Gripen E, the latest variant, is a highly advanced 4.5 generation fighter. It boasts a powerful General Electric F-414 engine, the same family that powers the FA-18 Super Hornet. This gives it super cruise capability, the ability to fly at supersonic speeds without using its afterburner. Its avionics are state-of-the-art, wide-area display cockpit, active electronically scanned array radar, sophisticated electronic warfare suite. The Gripen is also lauded for its data link, which allows a group of Gripens to share sensor data effectively, creating a comprehensive tactical picture among themselves. It can carry a wide array of modern weaponry, including the Meteor Beyond Visual Range air-to-air missile. However, when compared to the F-35, a key technical gap emerges: stealth. The F-35 was designed from the ground up as a very low-observable aircraft. Its shape, its materials, and its internal weapons bays are all optimized to minimize radar cross-section, making it incredibly difficult to detect and track by enemy air defenses. The Gripen, while incorporating some measures to reduce its radar signature, is not a true stealth aircraft. In a modern conflict against a peer adversary with advanced integrated air defense systems, the ability to penetrate that network undetected is considered a paramount advantage. For NATO planners, this single factor is often a decisive one. On the surface, the Saab Gripen's most compelling argument is its cost. The flyaway cost is significantly lower than an F-35 or a Eurofighter Typhoon. Saab markets the Gripen as the most affordable multi-role fighter on the market. For nations with smaller defense budgets, that's an attractive proposition. A country could buy and operate a larger fleet of Gripens for the same price as a smaller squadron of F-35s. That means greater force presence, more territorial coverage, more training sorties. However, procurement decisions aren't based on sticker price alone. The critical metric is life cycle cost. It includes the initial purchase, operations, maintenance, fuel, spare parts, and future upgrades over 30 to 40 years of service. Here, the Gripen shines. Designed for low operational costs and easy maintenance, it requires a smaller ground crew, can be serviced in austere conditions, and has a rapid turnaround time between flights. Saab estimates the Gripen E's cost per flight hour is substantially lower. Show comparative cost per hour graph. This claim is supported by data from current Gripen C and Gripen D operators. Still, NATO buyers face a more complex calculus. Buying the F-35 means joining a multinational logistics and sustainment program led by the United States. Hourly costs may be higher, but scale brings benefits. Spare parts are produced in vast quantities. A global network of depots and support infrastructure is available to partners. That provides logistical certainty and resilience that a niche platform can't match. Fighter jet procurement is as much a political decision as it is a military one. For NATO members, purchasing a major weapons system is a powerful signal of strategic alignment. Buying American aircraft, particularly the F-35, is seen as a way to strengthen the transatlantic bond with the United States, the alliance's military cornerstone. It ensures interoperability with U.S. forces and a seat at the table in future strategic and technological discussions. In an era of renewed geopolitical competition, many European governments view this alignment as critical. The F-35 program is a massive industrial consortium. The Eurofighter Typhoon program is a massive industrial consortium. The F-35 program involves 9 partner nations with several others as security cooperation partners. Their industries are deeply integrated into the global supply chain. The Eurofighter program is a joint venture between the UK, Germany, Italy, and Spain. Its success is a matter of industrial policy and national pride. When a nation chooses one of these jets, it is not just buying a product, it is joining a club. This club comes with political benefits, shared intelligence, influence within the alliance that a standalone purchase from Sweden just can't offer. Sweden's historical position of neutrality, recently changed with its accession to NATO, has shaped the Gripen's journey. For decades, Sweden was not part of the military-political bloc that its potential customers belonged to. Buying the Gripen was seen as a purely transactional purchase, while buying an F-16 or Eurofighter was an investment in a long-standing alliance. Saab has offered extensive industrial cooperation and technology transfer, successful in places like Brazil, but a tougher sell in NATO states tied to other industrial partnerships. The Swiss fighter competition provides a stark example of the challenges the Gripen faces. In 2021, Switzerland, a neutral country with a defense posture similar in some ways to Sweden's, selected the F-35A over the Gripen E, the Eurofighter Typhoon, and the Dassault Rafale. The Swiss government's official evaluation concluded that the F-35 offered the highest overall benefit at the lowest overall cost. This finding surprised many who had focused on the Gripen's low purchase and operational costs. The report emphasized the F-35's decisive advantage in effectiveness, primarily due to its information superiority and survivability thanks to stealth. The Swiss calculated costs over 30 years. While procurement was higher, they determined operational and sustainment costs would be low enough to make total lifecycle cost the most affordable, assuming a large global fleet drives sustainment down. More importantly, they stated the F-35's technological lead would remain superior for its service life. Finland's decision in late 2021 to also select the F-35A followed similar logic. As a nation sharing a long border with Russia, Finland ran a rigorous, data-driven HX program. In final evaluations under Finnish conditions and in wargaming simulations, the F-35's combat capabilities were the best, and survival capabilities were the best. Its situational awareness and network-centric capabilities were deemed essential for the Baltic region. In both cases, the Gripen E was a praised finalist. It was not rejected because it was poor, but because buyers concluded the F-35's stealth and sensor fusion were worth the investment and complexity. Decisions by pragmatic, historically non-aligned nations validated the fifth-generation concept and made it harder to justify a 4.5-generation alternative, regardless of the Gripen's merits. A common myth surrounding the Gripen's rejection in some NATO competitions is that the aircraft is a poor performer in air-to-air combat. This is factually incorrect. The Gripen is exceptionally agile, known for its impressive instantaneous and sustained turn rates, particularly at lower altitudes. Its Delta Canard design provides excellent aerodynamic performance. When equipped with modern missiles like the Meteor, arguably the most capable long-range air-to-air missile in the world, the Gripen E is a formidable threat to any adversary. In exercises, Gripen pilots have held their own against larger fighters and even defeated more expensive fighters in within visual range combat. Another myth is that decisions against the Gripen are purely the result of American political arm twisting. While the political and strategic benefits of buying American are undeniable and play a huge role, they are not the sole factor. Procurement in Finland and Switzerland is detailed and transparent, involving years of testing, data analysis, and simulations. Final reports clearly state the F-35 was chosen based on calculated superiority in overall effectiveness and long-term capability. The reality is nuanced. The Gripen's strengths are becoming less prioritized. Agility in a classic dogfight is less relevant if an F-35 can detect and engage from long range first. Air combat is shifting from maneuver to information and detection. Every procurement has a political dimension. The US advocates for its industry, as Sweden does for Saab. But this influence aligns with a compelling technical and strategic argument centered on the F-35's unique capabilities. Political preference for the F-35 is reinforced by military analyses concluding it is the most capable tool for the perceived future threat environment, making the case against it difficult to win. Logistics is often called the backbone of military power, and in an alliance like NATO it is paramount. The principle of interoperability extends deep into the supply chain. A key advantage of widespread platforms like the F-16 and the F-35 is the massive shared logistical network that supports them. If a squadron of Danish F-35s deploys to a base in Romania, they can draw upon support infrastructure shared with American, British, and Italian F-35s. Spare parts, ground support equipment, specialized technicians are part of a global pool that increases flexibility and resilience. Standardizing on a single platform simplifies everything. Introducing a non-standard airframe like the Gripen at scale would create logistical challenges. A Gripen nation needs a separate supply chain for unique parts, support equipment, munitions. While the Gripen is easy to maintain, its parts are not interchangeable with an F-16 or a Typhoon. During coalition deployments, a separate logistics tail adds complexity and cost, something planners seek to avoid, especially in high-tempo operations. This is less acute for the Czech Republic and Hungary, whose Gripens focus on national air defense from home bases with efficient self-contained support. Problems arise for larger NATO powers with expeditionary ambitions. For Germany or Canada, operating a unique type is a burden. The benefits of common fleets, shared training, interchangeable parts are too great to ignore. Without critical mass, a Gripen operator risks logistical isolation in NATO's collective defense. For the Saab Gripen to become a mainstream fighter within NATO, a fundamental shift in the alliance's strategic priorities would need to occur. The current focus, driven heavily by the United States, is on projecting power and information dominance through advanced, stealthy platforms. If this were to change, due to shifting threats or American policy, the Gripen's strengths could become more appealing. If emphasis moved towards defensive counter-air, cost-effective mass, and the ability to operate from dispersed, hardened bases, the Gripen would align much more closely. A second change, a Gripen consortium within NATO. If several mid-sized members collectively chose the Gripen, they could create the critical mass for parallel logistics and training. Such a coalition might replace aging F-16s while wary of F-35 cost and complexity, but it would require unprecedented coordination. Saab and Sweden would need to evolve the Gripen to counter the generation behind narrative, more stealth characteristics via coatings or EW that provides virtual stealth. Further enhance its network capabilities to integrate seamlessly with fifth-generation assets, acting as a smart sensor and shooter directed by F-35s.